Peace, family. What's good? What's good? Peace. I'm gonna get right to it. In the divine name of the supreme being, on greet everyone with civilized greeting in a very uncivilized time. Peace, shalom, hotep, barigani, free to land, and I guess all laws for all black people. All right, to govern black people. All right. As we started some time ago, raising the vibrational pitch here on Sirius Mindz. But let me say this, I'm Professor Griff, and this is Sirius Mindz, RnTV, which is radio and television, Sirius Mindz Institute and Sirius Mindz Filmz, trying to build a family here in order to get a beautiful group of people so we can do some miraculous, marvelous things together. All right. Shout out to 16, who stepped up to the plate as the intelligent person that she is, and agreed to moderate, do some research and some other things. So I definitely want to applaud her. Scorpio 16. All right. I put the call out several weeks ago. Anybody wanted to call me and talk about moderating, doing some other things, just kind of let me know. Shout out to Miss Soleil. Thank you very much for coming on. Really appreciate that. So we're going to move this thing along real quick. I received a couple of text messages from some people. It said, do not let the people that's coming on here, that's taking the conversation to the left, peace, Queen. Do not let them win and distract you from what you're doing. And I took that to, I didn't take it to heart. I took it with a grain of salt. I responded to that individual, and you are absolutely correct. I'm not sure if I remember your name, but thank you for that information. Really appreciate that. And we won't. I said I have a very intelligent moderator that's helping me do this. And we're just going to affectionately call her 16. All right. That's helping me, because it's hard to kind of be on 3 or 4 platforms. And then you're looking at comments here, comments there, and you got trolls over here. You got, people with lip service over here, and it's hard to do that and stick to the subject matter. So we're going to stick to the subject matter as we push forward. Tonight we're going to talk. This subject tonight is going to be the psychotechnology of brainwashing. All right, the psychotechnology of brainwashing. Chief Kwabena Fahim Ashanti, PhD. Over the weekend, I think Sunday night, we're going to talk about the situation dealing with R. Kelly. All right, so I don't want to get bothered by that. We're not gonna come from the perspective of handling the brother or whatever. We're going to talk from the perspective of domestic violence. We're going to talk from the perspective of how it relates to us as family, as a collective people, when there's definitely an unbalance, especially in the music industry, entertainment industry, film industry, sports industry, the sports world. All right, when it comes to how we as men handle women. All right, so that's the perspective we're going to come from. We're not beating up on R. Kelly. We're talking about aspects of domestic violence and this kind of thing as we use that as a launching pad to have the conversation. All right. Monday, we're going into Behold a Pale Horse. All right. Behold a Pale Horse, we're going into on Monday. All right. So if you don't have the book, you can get it from the Book Nook. If you can get it from the dollar store, not the dollar store, but the Book Nook sells used books for whatever. This book is hard to come by. And but we're developing a PDF to send out to people with some notes that we have put together. So once again, if you have donated and you're still waiting on a PDF of anything I've discussed, whether it's the notes or whatever, make sure see if 16 can put the email address seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com. All right. I was only going to from 7 to like 7:07, give some announcements and that kind of thing, and then dive into the subject. and just go in and make it happen. All right. Shout out to everybody here on IG. All right. I'm across social media platforms, so you can check me out. Just Professor Griff. Google me or whatever it is that you have to do. I am there. Unlike Twitter, Twitter is something different. Twitter, I'm Griff the Enemy. That's the NME. All right. But Facebook, IG, YouTube, of course, the YouTube channel is Sirius Minds. Pardon me. www.youtube.com/C/Sirius Minds. That's SIRIUSMINDZ. All right. Okay. Wednesday, we're going to dive into my first book dealing with the perspective of the Illuminati, the perspective of secret societies and that kind of thing in hip hop, the psychological covert war on hip hop. And I am preparing that ebook right now as we speak. All right. Okay, cool. So all of those subjects, we're going to deal with Zulu Nation. We're going to deal with Crash Crew. We're going to deal with the early parts of hip hop. We're not going to do a history of hip hop. We're just going to go into hip hop from a different perspective. We're going to pull out of it some of the aspects of what I have in my book. Make sure y'all get the book. You can purchase the book at www.professorgriff.me. All right. If you'd like to donate to the cause, hit the Cash app. All right. $ Professor Griff, or go to my website, www.professorgriff.me. Hit the donate button. I think it's a brand new donate button that's up there. Rick put it up, I think yesterday or something. Shout out to Rick. All right. All right, cool. So let's get started. It is 7:07 and we're on time. Psychotechnology of Brainwashing, Chief Akwabena Fahim Ashanti. We looked this book up earlier. This book is almost $100. I'm glad I held on to my copy. All right, so if you can find one at a used bookstore, get it. Hold on to it with two hands. All right. All right, cool. All right, so let's dive into this. I'm going to move as fast as I can, but I want to be clear as we move forward. As y'all can see, my cover is torn off, so yeah, we're going to set that to the side over here. All right. So this is what I want everybody to do first. And 16, help me out on this. I want everyone to look up the black IQ test. All right. Do not get sidetracked by the term black. That's a different subject, not right now. All right. Whatever you think that means, press the pause button and let's get past that. The black IQ test. All right. Go to www.blackconsciousness.com. www.blackconsciousness.com. All right. Click on the black IQ test. All right. During or after this talk. All right. Take the black IQ test. All right. Someone said they wanted me to mention the name of the book again. With my torn cover, let me show you. Psychotechnology of Brainwashing. The Psychotechnology of Brainwashing. Google it right now. All right. The Psychotechnology of Brainwashing. All right. We're going to take the black IQ test just to see where you are. Let me give you a taste test on what the black IQ test consists of. The questions are, and they're multiple choice, some of them. What country has the largest black population? You should be able to answer that for me right now. Somebody put it up. Answer the question for me. What country has the largest black population? What country has the largest black population? Someone, no name, said Brazil. All right, with black. Many were broken, pardon me. This is Kwabena F. Ashanti. Many were broken in body, soul, and spirit. The natural elasticity was crushed. The intellect languished. Their disposition to read and write departed. The cheerful spark that lingered about their eyes died. The dark night of brainwashing closed in upon them. And behold, a human transformed into a brute animal. Only fear and hope for the freedom prevented him prevented them from killing their white slave masters or taking their own lives. This is the effect. All right. This is the effect of the brainwashing. All right. So some of the things that we're going to cover, we're going to talk about the Ashanti brainwashing test. We're going to talk about the warrior class, the citizen. We're going to go through the process of brainwashing. We're going to go through the process of the whole idea of how it affects the children, teenagers, adults, senior citizens. We're going to talk about the zombie that we're experiencing today. We're going to touch a little on brainwashed white people. We're not going to be able to get through the whole thing. We're going to go through we're going to go over guidelines for parents. Let's get free. All right. Let's get free. I'm preparing something for you, bro. All right. So yeah, those are some of the things that we're going to go over. All right. So let me go right to the Ashanti brainwashing test. If you're just tuning in, this is Professor Griff of Sirius Minds. All right. And we're talking about the Ashanti Psychotechnology of Brainwashing. All right. By Chief Ashanti. All right. I gave people the website, www.blackconsciousness.com, to take the Black IQ test. In chapter 2, we're gonna go back to chapter 1, but in chapter 2 it says the Ashanti brainwashing test. The education systems of the United States and the Western world are Eurocentric, ethnocentric, and racially discriminatory towards Africans. Though the design of utilization of a curriculum is inclusive of the African experience in the development of the world, the schools have contributed directly to the brainwashing of Africans, whites, and other racial groups. So even though they quote unquote include you, the whole idea of the inclusion helps to the process of brainwashing, because you have to be there. And the mere fact that just being in attendance constitutes a small proportion of your grade, all right, lends to the idea that you're being brainwashed. The operation must begin with the rewriting of the curriculums and textbooks to include Africans from the kindergarten to the university levels. Transfusions of fresh, pure African religion, spirituality, to remove the tired blood of the spiritual aids of white supremacy, found in the Christian religion, is also needed. They said by the time you get knocked upside of the head by Christianity, you have a spiritual AIDS. And you know AIDS is Africans in deep shit, or America's doing the shit. All right. Skipping down now. Nope, can't skip down. Hold on now. It says mental laboratories to remove learned helplessness and dependency of white people is essential. Surgery is needed with the sharpest of knives to remove the cancer of fear of the use of armed violence to protect themselves from aggressors. The whole works are needed. Carter G. Woodson told us in his famous book, Miseducation of the Negro, in 1933. All right. As an African psychologist, I call this curriculum of inclusion miseducation what it really is. Brainwashing in white supremacy. Wow. Wow. All right, skipping over now. They are dependent. They buy what they want to beg for what they need from white people. Yeah, they buy what they want and beg for what they need from white people. All right. They have been turned culturally deprived, underclass, minorities, and at-risk people. Not at-risk youth, at-risk people. This is how they write us off. All right. They are blamed for dropouts, having low esteem, black on black crime, unemployment, drug addiction, teenage pregnancies, sexual deviancy, crime, and single parent families. Even brainwashed African professionals and educators call their own children minorities. Wow. And label them at risk. While they have good intentions, they themselves are the products of curriculums of inclusions and have allowed white supremacy notions to destroy our children. They are become managers of the minority programs that feed into the perceptions and stereotypes of the inferior African. Then it talks about the black role model. It talks about these concepts have absolutely nothing to do with a curriculum of inclusion. they often lend to multiculturalism. Multiculturalism. All right? So we have to understand the dynamic and what multiculturalism actually means. All right? Multi-cultures. But at the root of many cultures are black people. And as Chancellor Williams talks about in his book, Destruction of Black Civilization. All right? And that's what Noko Rashidi talks about when he talks about the fact that every culture, every people that you visit and go to on every crack of the planet Earth, you will find black people. All right? It is instead an Afrocentric mind that has the ability to become multicultural, a role model that reflects only Eurocentric supremacy. These role models are put in place to play a role for racism, white supremacy. All right? Yep, I'm reading it now. Psychotechnology of Brainwashing is the book. All right, we're reading from the 2nd chapter. Now I'm going to stop in a second so we can go back. But let me finish. Unless the educational systems move to a curriculum of inclusion, African Americans will begin to embrace even more the concept of a private community-based education, which we said yesterday and last week when we talked about private group homeschools. It is indeed a paradox that the least brainwashed Africans are those in our society that have been labeled the underclass. All right? We become the least brainwashed when we push back and fight back instead of just openly submitting and having this madness shoved down our throats. All right? The movement for the curriculum of inclusion has in fact derived from a meager of free-thinking African intellectuals and the leaders of the underclass, especially the movement for a curriculum of inclusion has in fact derived from the meager of free-thinking intellectuals and the leadership of the underclass. The benefits of a new curriculum of inclusion will manifest itself in an increased African scientists, professionals, and artists. It will reduce drug addiction, school dropouts, teenage pregnancies, unemployment, underemployment, black-on-black crime, single-parent families, and mental illness. All right? I got this highlighted twice. Are African Americans prepared to become independent citizens? That is a question. Let's answer this question. Are African Americans prepared to become independent citizens? Help me out, YouTube. That's a question that we need to answer. Is America ready to end racism and discrimination? Question number 2. Is America ready to end racism and discrimination? The next question, is the spirit of Chief Mandela of South Africa ready to reveal itself within the educational leaderships, or will they have to be replaced? Do we have to replace all of black leadership in order to set something else in motion? All right. It says, take the test yourself to determine whether or not you are brainwashed in Eurocentric education. All right. Y'all ready for the test? Are y'all ready for the test? First of all, did y'all go look at the other test? The other test is on www.blackconsciousness.com. All right, the questions over there is, which country has the largest black population? Next question is, which text is the basis for all religious texts of today? Which text is the basis for all religious texts of today? Old Testament, the Kabbalah, the Book of Coming Forth, or the Quran? All right, thank you, Derek. Next question, in which direction does the Nile River flow? I need y'all to answer this question for me. Which direction does the Nile River flow? Frank, you're absolutely incorrect on that one. Frank Littlejohn, you're incorrect. Derek, you're incorrect. Latif Edwards, you're absolutely correct. Russell Lawrence, you're absolutely correct. The Book of Coming Forth, all right? Frank Littlejohn said up south. The Nile River flows up south. Soldier _T_723. No, you're right, but no, it's up south. All right. Which country has the largest land pyramid on Earth? All right. Which country has the largest land pyramid on Earth? Mexico, the United States, Egypt, or China? All right. Spirit of Justice says the Sudan. Frank says China. I am divine. Eat says Egypt. Someone says Mexico. Someone says Egypt. All right. The answers are also on the website, www.blackconsciousness.com. Go look it up right now. Last question. Which country has the first dynasty of China was black? Which one was that? Which one was that? All right. The Shang dynasty, the Chao dynasty, the Ming dynasty, or the Han dynasty? So these are the kind of questions that we have to not only answer, but we have to go to the root of them. All right. Okay. All right. Are y'all ready for the Ashanti brainwashing test? The psychotechnology of brainwashing. Somebody let me know on all platforms. Are y'all ready for the test? The psychotechnology of brainwashing, the Ashanti brainwashing test. Let me know if you're ready. Perry said, yes, we're ready. Juana E.C. Wade, we ready. Robin Harris said, we ready. Dale Dixon said, we ready. 16 said, we ready. Sabrina Nelson said, we ready. All right. All right. Y'all, all right. Buckle your intellectual seatbelts then. Here we go. The Ashanti brainwashing test. All right. Directions listed below are some of the questions that are designed to reveal your knowledge and your state of mind. Answer each question quickly, real quick. All right, here we go. Who discovered America? Who discovered America? Who discovered America? Someone said Africans. Someone said natives. Christine Franklin said nobody. Ed Birds said blacks. Sabrina Nelson says indigenous folks were already here. Denise said Moors. Perry said natives. Hold on. All right, so the answer is no one. And no one. Africans and God. That's the answer. All right, next question. Who was the first president of the United States? Oh, I'm sorry. I gave the wrong answer. Who discovered America? The answer to from the Ashanti brainwashing test is no one. Indians, Columbus, Vikings, Amerigo Vespucci, and Africans. No. Nope. Some people gave the answer already and said we were already here. So no one discovered it. All right. Second question is, who was the first president of the United States? Dale Dixon said George Washington. Someone said John Hanson. Someone said a black man. All right. The answer over here is, it says George Washington, but it's questionable. So that means go do your homework. All right. What city is the capital of the United States? Y'all should already know that. What city? What city is the capital of the States? As soon as I see an answer, I'm going to move forward. As soon as somebody said, Harold Nelson said D.C. Okay, but what was it before D.C.? All right. What was the capital before D.C.? You're right, Freddie Yarborough. Philadelphia is the Keystone State. All right. It was Philadelphia. All right. Jesus Christ is associated with what religion? Come on. We got to move quick because I got 10 more, 20 more questions. Christianity. All right. If that is true, if Christianity is the answer, then what is the name of the creator who made the heaven and the earth? What is the name of the creator that made the heaven and the earth? It's getting critical now. Tiffany said God. Tiffany said God. Christine said God. Life of Key says Allah. Someone said Jah. Someone said God. Someone said it depends. Someone said Yahweh. Someone said the universe. Someone said the Most High. Someone said I am. Someone said Ra. All right. Hold on. Let me skip down now. So to some more critical questions. What political parties have symbols of the elephant and the donkey? All right. The elephant and the donkey. Somebody said the Democrats. All right. And the Republicans and the Democrats. All right. Hold on. Now this is just basic common knowledge. Now, the Ashanti brainwashing test. This is where it gets critical. All right, press the pause button, everybody. Press the pause button. Now, y'all gave the answer, right? You'll know all of these answers. Everybody on all three platforms knew the answers. This is where the real test comes in. If you know all of that about America and you call yourself African Americans, let's see how much you know about Africa. Who discovered Africa? See, this is where it gets critical. Because you answered all those questions about America and you thorough with that. This is where the embarrassing part comes in. Now, everybody gave their answers and typed them in, so we got everything recorded. All right? Who discovered Africa? Chad Kenyatta said, there's no Africa. I don't even know what that means. Who discovered Africa? Derek Bailey said, no one. Derek Bailey, you're absolutely correct. No one. All right? No one. That particular landmass is part of, when you bring the landmass together, what was it called? When it was one landmass, what was it called? Kabulon, no one. Pangea, thank you very much. Snotball, is that your name, the Snotball? Okay, thank you. Tifty Taffy, thank you. Pangea, Derek, thank you. Pangea, Pangea. Soul Rehab, thank you. Pangea. All right. All right. What's the next one? It says, who was the first president of the first African country to become independent? Come on now. Who was the first president of the first country to become independent in Africa? Come on. We know a whole bunch about America, but how much do we know about Africa? You're right. Thank you, Queen. Kwame Nkrumah. Thank you. Kwame Nkrumah. All right. What city is the capital of Ghana? What city is the capital of Ghana? As soon as I see the first answer, we're moving forward. What city is the capital of Ghana? Thank you, Ajua. Accra. Thank you. Y'all got to keep up. Come on now. Legba is associated with what religion? The Legba is associated with what religion? Legba is associated with what religion? Someone said, what religion? Someone said Ifa. What else? Someone said voodoo. Someone said voodoo. The voodoo. Legba is associated with what religion? Thank you. That's the answer. The voodoo. Thank you, Ajua. Thank you, everyone else that gave that answer. It's the voodoo. All right. Come on, a couple of more. What is the name of the holy book of Islam? What is the name of the holy book of Islam? The Quran. Thank you, brother Bobby Johnson. Really appreciate that. Who wrote the book Up From Slavery? Who wrote the book Up From Slavery? Booker T. Thank you very much. Wow, Booker T. Washington. All right. What else? Hold on. Who was El Hajj Malik El Shabazz? Who was El Hajj Malik El Shabazz? Malcolm X. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. All right. What was the symbol for the Deacons of Defense for Civil Rights? What was the symbol for the Deacons of Defense for Civil Rights? What was their symbol? The Black Panther. Thank you, brother Bobby. And somebody said a rifle. Name 4 different ethnic groups of black people. 4 different ethnic groups of black people. Four different ethnic groups of black people. We're talking about Africa now. We left America. We over in Africa now. All right. 4 different ethnic groups of black people in Africa. Black, brown, light, stop that. Crazy. The Fon, Hosea, Igbo, and Igbo. You're close. You're absolutely. Ajua says Ashanti, Yoruba, Igbo. Yeah, it's Ashanti, Igbo, Ewe, Zulu, Yoruba. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Who was Imhotep? Who was Imhotep? Who was Imhotep? Come on now. Come on. Somebody said the first doctor, first master teacher, master of medicine. Come on. First multi-professional. Imhotep, the first doctor. Thanks, Ajua. An Egyptian pharaoh. The answer here is the father of medicine. Built the first pyramid. Egyptian god. All right. All right. This I'm gonna add on to this question. Back in America now, who was Jack Johnson and what was the invention that he created? That he invented? Who was Jack Johnson and what was the invention that he created? Come on. Jack Johnson was a boxer, correct. Jack Johnson was a boxer. What was one of his first inventions? Help me out. Someone said the wrench. Ross James. Thank you very much, Ross James. He invented the wrench. And because white people were so racist, they called the wrench the monkey wrench. They called it the monkey wrench. This is how we got the monkey. This is how we got the monkey wrench. But these are the questions. This is the Ashanti brainwashing test. So you got 2 tests today from www.blackconsciousness.com and from the book, The Psychotechnology of Brainwashing. All right. So when we start talking about we are conscious, we need to understand exactly what that really actually means. This is basic stuff that we should know. Let's master this as we trot down that path of learning how to master the self. All right. It goes a lot deeper than this. These are some basic questions. All right. All right. It says the more formal education you have, chances are the more brainwashed you've become. This may be shocking to you. After all, you have a good job, a good income, a nice living accommodations, a nice clothes to wear. These are symbols and rewards for being brainwashed. Wow. Okay. Brainwash people who are not in control of their own economy, institutions, and culture, are only trained to serve others or become self-destructive. The only people who have fit this description in the Western world are people of African descent. The surprise for white people who are brainwashed is that they are living their privileged lives on borrowed time, and that time is running out very quickly. Skipping over now, it says the most powerful and long-term weapons of the white Europeans, however, the use of the control of cultures and languages. They were the use of cultures, control of cultures and languages. As long as they can control the culture, all right, thus controlling the economics of the culture, thus controlling the minds of the culture, the people of the culture that they control. All right. I put a side note. It says the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. The greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. All right. I got some stuff bookmarked and highlight. I'm going to run through it real quick. There was a warrior class of people among the Africans. There always has been in the past. There is one in the present, and there will be one in the future. What is a warrior? A warrior is a male or female, boy or girl, trained in theory, tactics, and thorough experience by any, every, and all means necessary to build, expand, and defend his society and environment. Are you a warrior? Are you a warrior? Skipping over now. Hold on. I got some stuff bookmarked. All right. Chapter 4, the citizens. The truth has been revealed by African scholars, educators, professionals, and religious leaders. The truth has been admitted even by many white European people. This is true. There has been 400 years of deliberate, brutal cover-up, distortion, lies, and avoidance of Black African knowledge, creations, and contributions by Western society to mentally enslave African people. Normal brainwashed people do not believe this is true. They do not even believe that they are brainwashed. What I mean here by the word brainwash is a thinking process that is normal in all respects except knowledge of themselves. So you can be fine. You can make progress in this world. All right? If you just tuning in, this is Psychotechnology of Brainwashing. All right, Chief Akwabena Fahim Ashanti, PhD. All right, let me go back to chapter 1 because maybe I skipped over some stuff that was very important that should have laid a base. When you first master yourself, you can master most anything. When you think you can, you can. When you think you can't, you can't. Discipline, hard work always brings success. Questions provide answers. Answers provide planning. Planning provides action, and action provide rewards. Answer this question that Frantz Fanon asked us to ask ourselves. Who are we? Where are we? And are we all that we ought to be in this world? Who are we? Answer this question for yourself. Who are we? All right? Who are we? Now, I'm asking that question. I'm on 3 different platforms. Thank you very much. Tiffy Taffy, thank you. She just said gods. Anything else is unacceptable. I'm just telling you straight. I'm just being bold tonight. Anything else is unacceptable. Yes, we're Africans on the way to being gods. Yes, we're Black men and women on our way to being gods. Yes, we might be all these other things. RBG, Hebrew, Israelite, Hebrew, Moors, on our way to becoming gods. All right. This is the time of brain and spiritual power. Physical power is no longer respected. A rat mentality will never control itself or society. A rat will always be a slave to false rewards and punishments. A rat will always be a slave to false rewards and punishments. Help me out, brothers and sisters. Help me out, family. Dr. Amos Wilson says, if we're to educate young people, we must first control them. That may sound kind of harsh and brutal, but if we put young people in an environment where there's no discipline and no control, what are we going to get? Help me out. We have to be able to control young people in order to educate them. All right, you're right. We're going to get chaos. We have to be able to control young people. All right. The most of your stumbling blocks, the most of your impediments, the most of your disappointments come from the lack of knowledge of self. We got to get knowledge of self. All right. It is worse not to have a purpose in life that is to be a victim of the economic poverty. The poverty of purpose leads us to poor academics and interpersonal unhappiness. You have to know who you are first. You have to have a knowledge of self. Everything else is going to fall by the wayside. All right. God gave you the ability to make choices, investigate, experiment, consider, doubt, reason, and deprogram your mind. Respect your teacher, respect yourself, have confidence in yourself, and stand on your own 2 feet. Fly with the wings of the Banu. All right. Stand on your own 2 feet. All right. Afrocentric individuals or groups. They are those who totally practice, perceive, think, and interpret reality or phenomena from an African cultural background, regardless of ethnic heritage or nationality. They wear African names first and last, practice African religion, and are able to speak an African language, generally wear African style clothing and hairstyles, and are cooperative economically, socially, politically, and militarily. They are centered in African culture. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right. Pherenia, brainwashing pherenia. Not familiar with the term, but a mental disorder of psychological origin, which is assumed that not to be caused by physical damage or disease of the brain. It is not a psychotic disorder such as schizophrenia. It is a learned condition, the end product of brainwashing. Wow. What did our good brother, Dr. Bobby E. Wright give us? And what did he teach us? All right. Dr. Bobby E. Wright in this book, The Psychopathic Racial Person. Help me out, y'all. Dr. Bobby E. Wright. What was the phrase that he coined? Can anybody help me out? Come on now. Dr. Bobby E. Wright. Y'all should know this, man. This is simple stuff for y'all. The greatest mental health physician, Dr. Bobby E. Wright. Okay. What was the phrase that he coined? What did he give us? You're right. Menticide. Thank you. Thank you, O. Zekio. Thank you, Jesse. Menticide. All right. What is menticide? What is menticide? What is menticide by Bobby E. Wright? Mental genocide. Exactly. The destruction of the minds of a group of people, mental genocide, menticide. All right. Dr. Bobby E. Wright. Make sure you get the book. Dr. Bobby E. Wright. I don't want to run out of time without mentioning this. The mental death of a people. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. All right. Make sure you'll get this book, Brainwashed by Tom Burrell. Challenging the myth of Black inferiority. All right. Too much for us to go into tonight. We're going to get back to this book. It's going to come back around. This mind is breaking apart. I got to get a new one. But it gives a chronological order of some of the things that we've experienced, all right, in America. Yo, Griff, the screen is black. What happened? Why is the screen black? Hold on. We good now? I'm sorry. All right, you unfamiliar with this book? Man, Brainwashed by Tom Burrell? The Burrell Agency? Yeah. You got to get this book by Tom Burrell, Brainwashed. All right. Hopefully, during Black. Matter of fact, we got to get to this as soon as possible. All right. Because he talks about the whole idea of the effects of what we get from Bobby E. Wright's work, the psychopathic racist personality, and Chief Kwabena Fahim Ashanti's work, the Psychotechnology of Brainwashing. And Tom Burrell lays it out, man. Let me show you some of this. The Inferiority Campaign, Brainwashing, Branding, and Resistance. Tom Burrell. Tom Burrell lays it out, where it talks about the birth of the coon, the birth of the Sambo. All right? The birth of the whole idea of blackening up, blackface. It goes through Aunt Jemima and all these other brands that they use to paint Black people in a negative way. All right? It talks about birth of a nation. It talks about the Ku Klux Klan. All right? It talks about resistant leaders. All right? It talks about freedom fighters. It talks about Hollywood plays its role. It talks about the first Mammy. All right. And then it goes into the late 60s where, and then it talks about Essence magazine. It talks about the Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, and some of the brothers and sisters coming up. And then it goes into the 70s and it goes into the new image. All right. Then it talks about it talks about some of the magazines. It goes into OJ and Superfly, Million Man March, and it goes into Michael Jackson, LeBron James, Obama, Cat Williams, Lil Wayne. This book lays it out, man. It's just too much for me to go over right now, but very instrumental book. This information ties in to itself, and it ties in to the psychotechnology of brainwashing. All right. If you read that book thoroughly, it'll lead you to these other books. Brainwashing, a synthesis of Russian textbook of psychopolitics. All right. Trust me, brothers and sisters, you go to the book nook. If you know what you're looking for, you can find these books. All right. Let's get back. See how much more I can go over in the psychotechnology of brainwashing, because I don't want to get off the subject. All right. Neuropsychological model. The neuropsychological model. All right. It talks about areas of the brain that's affected when you're talking about brainwashing. You acting other than your own self. All right. Some of the neurological functions of a person and an individual may be affected from you. Can you imagine? You a squirrel or you a rabbit, all right? Somebody kidnap you, bring you to America, teach you outside of yourself and teach you out of yourself, and then try to force squirrel mentality, squirrel ideology, squirrel religion, squirrel way of doing things, squirrel dress, all right? Squirrel language. You're not speaking rabbit language no more. They done turned you into a squirrel, so you running around here looking like a rabbit but acting like a squirrel. All right. So we're talking about the neuropsychological model All right. Let me show y'all. This is what it looks like. Of course, I have some things highlighted that I want to mention to everyone. All right. Maladaptive behavior, Dr. Amos Wilson calls it. All right. It brings about the learning of helplessness to the point where we don't think that we can learn without the aid of our oppressor, without the aid of our kidnapper. All right. So it talks about we have a dependency so much so that learning disability, low confidence, low self-esteem, hyperactivity. All right. Their classrooms look like prisons. All right. We get angry. We have resentment, low academic achievement, and low motivation. Even under the pressure that they put us in, we still thrive. All right. We still come through. Ellie Allen, thank you very much, sis. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. Make sure you send me the email at seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com. Dwayne Kuzar, I don't know what that link is. Let us know what that link is. All right. Thank you, 16. I know you on it. All right. Intervention. How do you intervene when we're noticing somebody is suffering from menticide, suffering from this whole idea of the psychotechnology of brainwashing, whether it's in religion, education, politics, wherever it's at. We know some people that's like that and definitely need intervention. And we need to sit them and lay them down on the couch and take some notes. But how do you intervene without destroying the individual? All right. I got to move quick. I only have a few more minutes. Psychotechnology of brainwashing is not a pretty package, cure all for whatever makes you ill. Psychotechnology of brainwashing does not promise you success or wealth through a magical solution to your problems, nor can you take a green pill, a blue pill, a red pill, a black pill, a white pill. It ain't going to happen. We have to unlearn the vast majority of these things that's been forced on us. All right. What psychotechnology of brainwashing does present is a useful, fresh, and sometimes startling, unconventional methods of getting rid of the psychological pressures and manipulations too often placed in our path. Whether these pressures and manipulations are done to you or by your job, friends, relatives, or members of society, I will teach you how to stop being a victim. This book is a training manual for personal and group change that will help stop domination of your oppressors. If you're just tuning in and wondering what we're reading from, is this book, The Psychotechnology of Brainwashing. All right. The strategies and recommendations presented here in this book require courage and a sincere desire to live a happy life and to stop being used and taken for granted by other people. Most of us allow ourselves to be controlled because fear of losing something or someone. No one in this world is more important than you. What did I just say? No one in this world is more important than you. No one in this world is more important than you. All right. Your actions and behavior is the only way to train others not to disrespect you. Now, what did I just, Jason Fields, man, thank you, bro. Thank you for going in your veggie bank or your piggy bank. And really appreciate you, man. I got you, bro. Your actions and behavior is the only way to train others not to disrespect you. All right. The only way to train people not to disrespect you. We need to understand that dynamic and get that right the first time. Hold on. My phone is about to die over here. All right. We teach people and train people how to treat us by respecting yourself and standing up to your principles and taking risks. Sometimes you will be often disliked by others. However, your actions will send a clear message that you determine to be respected, and you will be respected. Can I give y'all a modern day example of that? Give me the thumbs up. Yes. Let me know if I can do that real quick. Let me know if I can do that real quick. I want to give you a real live modern example. Chantel said yes. All right. Rich the Lionheart said yes. Other people said go ahead. All right, listen. Did y'all see the video clip of the white boy in McDonald's that reached over the counter and snatched the sister by the collar? All right, and then she shifted into Mayweather mode on him, Pacquiao mode on him, Terrence Bud Crawford on him, Earl Spence on him, Mikey Garcia on him, all right, Javante Davis on him. Come on, help me out, y'all. Did y'all see that? I'm sure y'all saw that, right? What was the brothers doing at McDonald's? Standing, what were they doing? While the sister was putting it on them, you understand what I'm saying? What was the brothers doing? Come on now, talk black to me. Just standing there. You mean, I know y'all know aspects of who and what I am and what I stand for. I'm not going to stand around at McDevil's, Murder King, Drunken Donuts, Dairy Queer, Toxic Hell, Pizza Slut, you know, whatever, any of them places, Taco Hell, all right, Islop, the Awful House, any of them places, and stand around and watch. Yeah, I gotta take a drink on that, man. Hold on, y'all. Y'all killing me, bro. Brothers, you so quick to fight somebody that look like you, but you stand around and you gonna watch this dude reach over the counter and grab our sister and nothing in you said let them things loose on him? Me and my wife saw that. We said, look, that dude would have got the coffee machine. You know that machine that they put in to warm up the apple pies? Yeah. Whatever that machine is, y'all worked at McDonald's, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not advocating violence. I'm advocating self-defense. Don't come at me like that. I'm good. You understand what I'm saying? But it would have been a sad day at McDevil's. And then the Asian manager stepped up to the counter and continued to take the dude's order. Bruh. I got to say something, but I can't. Let me not be myself. Let me shift characters and then I'm gonna come back. Peace, what's up, man? Yo, this is K-Dog right here from the hood. Know what I mean? I'm just saying, what's up, K-Dog? What's happening with you? Yo, for real, all jokes aside, I'm gonna let y'all know something straight up. This ain't even Professor Griff. Yo, Griff, you might want to disguise your voice. Yo, know what I mean? Look, if that was me at McDonald's, son, I'm just letting y'all know for real. Know what I mean? I would have put them things down on dude. You mean to tell me you reaching over the counter like coming this way at me? And you reaching for my sister? I was like, sis, you need some help? Like, yeah, you didn't have to ask. Yo, for real, I took my fake hair off. I took my glasses off. You understand what I'm saying? I'd have shifted in like hoodie mode. I'd have been like, yo, I'd have cut the lights out at McDonald's and it would have been on. It would have been McDevil's flying, French fries. Like what else? Let me see. Apple pies flying. This dude wanted to get a straw. Because he couldn't get a straw, he snatched the sister up. Man, I wish the hell they would, man. Know what I mean? It'd have been like, yo, fire me for what? Dude, aggress me. I'd have been like, all right, yo, Grip, you want your show back? Yeah, let me get my show back. Yo, I'm just saying, man. I don't even know what to say to y'all. I had to let K-Dog tell y'all for real, man. I had to change his name, man. He trying to get his ex, but he ain't there yet. You understand what I'm saying? Broke the law. No, he violated more than broke the law. You understand what I'm saying? He violated a whole bunch of other things. All right? That was my man Thigger. Yes, yo, I got Figure we'll be back some other time. But I'm just saying to y'all, you understand what I'm saying? This is real, man. Yup. Somebody said give K-Dog his X. Yeah, he got to get the psychotechnology of brainwashing down pat first, man. I'm just saying to y'all. But listen, I don't even see how people could stand around and watch that, man. For real. Yeah, I'm gonna excuse the sister that was filming. You understand? We're gonna excuse her. But 4 brothers was in the background. But what were they doing? I'm just curious. Help me out, y'all. No, man. Nah, bro. When I was coming up, right? If my dudes, my crew, even thought that somebody was trying to do something to one of us, we just had that look. It's like, yo, you understand what I'm saying? And you get caught with a few joints to the dome. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nobody had to say nothing. But then later on, we developed this thing from my hood. I don't know about y'all. We used to just go, and that was it. You drop everything. Yo, no more talk, no more questions. We coming, we throwing them things. Plain and simple. I don't know how y'all operate. I'm from Roosevelt in New York. We call it Strong Island. I don't know how y'all get down wherever y'all live or however y'all do things in your little crew or whatever. Dwayne Kuzar, Unity Force, you're right, all day. All right? But nah, man, we can't let that go down like that. How y'all do things? You understand what I'm saying? Now, your homie or your sister or your cousin getting into some drama, the first thing you want to do is pull out and start filming some stuff. No. Nah, man. These people are getting more and more and more aggressive. I know I'm supposed to be summing this up, the psychotechnology of brainwashing, but come on, man. No. Nah. Anyway, I did the best that I could do, and to be honest with you, I only got to chapter 2, and I didn't even finish chapter 2. There were some things I was supposed to drop on y'all way back here in the book that was just, oh man. The process of brainwashing, and it gives a summary of the steps that you can take to undo the brainwashing. I need to probably read that tomorrow. I didn't plan on coming on tomorrow because I got some things to do. I might have to come on for a few minutes just to lay this out. All right. And then it goes into the clinical symptoms of brainwashing, and then it talks about the children on page 70. I wanted to lay that out. Then it goes into the teenagers, young adults, senior citizens, and it gives different things for each group. And then it talks about the zombie, the self-destructive behaviors that we need to talk about. Khalif Tariq Abdul L, thank you very much. Really appreciate you, man. Self-destructive behaviors. We got to go over this tomorrow. I'm going to find time. I'm going to be out and about. I may have to do this from a coffee shop or something, but I'm going to take the book with me and put it in my bag. We got to talk about this. We have to talk about this, all right? Yeah, I done lost people on IG. Anybody got any questions? I want to thank everybody for contributing and donating. Really appreciate that. Anyone that texts me tonight, all right, make sure you let me know which ebook you want. Because already, all right, there's we sent out 3 ebooks already. All right, so just let me know. So if you donate it and you want the 3 ebooks, let me know. I'll get them out to you. All right, listen, we got to protect the sisters, brothers. We got to protect one another. I don't even know how dude even. I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. It messed my spirit up, man. I'm like, I just shook my head, man. Ellie Allen said hot fried grease with it on it. Woo! Yeah, I don't even understand it, man. I'm just saying to everybody, not Griff. That could not be me. Tiffy Taffy, thank you. Really appreciate that. I got you. Make sure you send me an email, though, at seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com. All right. I'm going to be on tomorrow. I have to sum this up tomorrow because I didn't even get to the 3 chapters and the list of things I need to read to everyone to get this information out before we move forward. All right. I need to get that information out. Can you please make a visit to Greenville, Mississippi? If I'm invited, I'm of course. Yeah, I got to be invited. I just can't get in the whip and come. Call me, 678-557-2919. Text me. All right. The shooting in Houston is a prime example. Someone said over here, Sandra Shakur said that's a prime example. They have no respect. Be balanced. I need all the ebooks. All right, be balanced. Send me an email. But listen, let's understand this. Raj, what's up, Raj? My dojo brother, Raj, what's up, man? Listen, the shooting in Houston is a prime example on how they stepping this thing up. And the energy that's being sent out by the POTUS, by 46 minus 1, 45, who's sitting in the White House, doesn't make it any better. It's there. He's emboldening white supremacists to do what they do. All right. So we have to be mindful of this. You understand what I'm saying, sisters? We got to pull it back in and allow the brothers to escort you. You understand what I'm saying? To protect you or whatever. All right. McDonald out her paid leave. Somebody said the gentleman got arrested for aggravated assault or misdemeanor or something. Yeah, but come on, y'all. Kashiba Gaylord said, I need all the ebooks you sent. What's your PayPal? My PayPal is www.paypal.me. That's paypal.me/Professor Griff Corporation. One long sentence. Professor Griff Corporation. Nope, not corporation. Professor Griff Corp. CORP. That's it. Professor Griff Corp. PayPal.me/Professor Griff Corp. Or hit the Cash App, $ Professor Griff. And then send me an email at seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com. I'll get the ebooks out to y'all. All right. Jason Fields said, I have symbology. I need the other 2. Send me an email to remind me, Jason, and I got you, bro. All right. So listen, for a few minutes, I'm going to come on tomorrow. I don't know what time. Probably about the 3 o'clock hour. I'm going to go into it real quick, get out of it so I can finish the other 2 sections I want to go over with everyone. All right. If you miss it, it'll be on YouTube. www.youtube.com/C/Sirius Minds if you miss it. All right. Okay. Let me say one last thing. If you ever see me in an altercation, do not grab me. You better grab the other person. All right. I've studied this martial arts called Kasugan. We don't play that. Plain and simple. All right. I grew up in a small place called Roosevelt, Long Island. We don't do that. All right. And Uniondale is right next door. Freeport and Baldwin is right next door. Hempstead is right next to Uniondale, right over the bridge. On the other side is Merritt. We don't count Merritt. All right. But I'm saying to you, we don't do that. All right. I'm just saying to y'all, when we going to start standing up and defending ourselves, man? They taking this stuff right back to the 20s, 30s, and 40s. Nah. All right. All right. Hold on. This is Brother Rich. Hold on. I'll hit you right back, Brother Rich. Every time Brother Rich call me like that, Brother Rich want to talk about something. Pamela Griffith. Okay. All right. So listen. Psychotechnology of brainwashing. All right. The psychotechnology of brainwashing. We have to understand the principles of the people have sacrificed, and brothers and sisters have sacrificed their lives, put their lives on the line to get us this information. Hell, the least we could do is read the damn book. All right. Brother Rich, the voice. Yep. All right. So let me get off here so I can hit Brother Rich back, see what's going on. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow. All right. Send me a text message if you have anything that you want to text me about. Communicate with me directly. Those of y'all that have ordered a book from me, Basu Marinette. Oh, thank you. All right. Warriors Tapestry is coming. But if you ordered something within the last couple of weeks, there's about 18 to 20 orders that are pending. So the stuff is not going through. So check your bank, check your credit card, your debit card, or whatever. All right. Shout out to 16. Thank you very much for doing a beautiful job on helping moderating. I really appreciate that. All right. So this is Professor Griff for Sirius Minds, for Sirius Minds. Oh, yeah. The class is January 23rd. All right. A week before January 23rd. If I don't get enough people, we got to push the class back to March. All right. All right. The class that I'm talking about, I'm decoding the hidden symbols, the symbology of the Bible. All right. It's going to be on the Zoom network. All right. Or platform, rather. If you want to take the class, hit me up. 678-557-2919. Or just go to my website, www.professorgriff.me. Sign up for the class. All right. We're looking for at least 20 people to take the class. All right. All right. Cool. I love y'all to life. Revolution is not an event. It's a process, man. Peace.